Good morning, everybody. It's Anthony checking in from Arizona. First off, hope everybody's having a great day. This is funny because I was actually up for the sunrise this morning because I wanted to watch the sunrise, and then I realized I keep forgetting the time zone difference in Arizona is 2 hour. It's we're at the same time as if we were in LA. So I'm just wandering around at 6 a.m. forgetting that 8 a.m. is the daily check-in. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope things are going well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I've got no actual plan for this phone call, so I will be looking at messages like Rhonda Stremmels coming in saying good morning. My voice is a little raspy. I've been working an event for Army out here. It's been fun. It's been a really good time. So today I'm just checking in. I realize people sometimes need to check in. So this is going to be the daily truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. And I'm going to be checking in with you. If put something in the comments, say something, and maybe that'll be what I respond to. Audrey, I've been thinking about you all weekend or week. Where are we? Monday, all weekend. There's an Italian shop out here in Phoenix that I keep driving by. I went and they had butter cookies. They were delicious. They were not your cookies, but all I could think of was your cookies, and these being the imitation. They were a very high quality, very tasty imitation, but they were not as good as Audrey's cookies. So again, and if you wonder why my voice sounds like this, the activation I'm working is me yelling for 5 hours on one day, 3 hours the next. Today it'll be 3. So I'm drinking a little coffee to coat the throat. Rose, I know I was thinking about you too. I'm like, there's a bunch of people that are probably like, I figured Dawn would send me a message. There's Dawn going, Anthony, are you alive? I am. I'm just, again, cannot figure out the time zones. So my quick message for you guys today is to just realize that maybe check in with the people around you, see how they're doing. We start to look at all the weird things in this world, things with like the Boeing planes constantly having issues, like everything that we see in the news, everything that we do in life, we are continuously adding to our stress levels. And it's not even also by the chance that we have. I mean, I'll be honest, I've been off of social media a bunch the last 3 or 4 days. I've been either working or hanging out with friends. I forgot what hanging out with friends kind of felt like. Um, and it's quite peaceful. It's almost like you, yes, athletes, a lot of athletes having issues and meeting their demise. I'm going to tell us a real quick story before I get off about email that I just got, I guess, late last night. But anyways, you start to realize that there's a bunch of you never know what's going on in people's lives. You never know what news story made them feel a certain way. You never know. Like, I've never been afraid of flying. I'm still not afraid of flying, but gosh dang it, there's a lot going on with airplanes. And I'm like, and I've been, and I, before this was a huge thing with Boeing, Kelly and I were on a flight out to Salt Lake City beginning of this year where we slammed on the brakes during full speed takeoff. Come to find out there was some kind of service light that went on. That's never happened to me in my almost 1,000 flights in my life. All right, so here's the deal. Bring it a little closer. Awesome, you got the book. I love it, Stevie. The internet will always tell you what's going on today. Today is a big day. How am I not talking about the solar eclipse? Okay, 2 things real fast, under a minute. One, I got an email, if Casey, since you're watching, I got an email from the Truth Will Set You Free, the Be the Change page, getting a medical misinformation warning from a video done in 2021. This is the problem, guys. If I'm going to get partially political, is when it comes to do we have free speech on private platforms, is very questionable, but these are publicly traded companies owned by Google and by Facebook, all these different things. And at the end of the day, whatever it was, I'm going to look at whatever the clip was, probably just talking about the potential dangers of said thing. And it's a violation on free speech. And I used to be like, well, they do own their company. They don't. This is the public square. This is how people communicate about information and truth, and the fact that we're not even allowed to say things, and then to scold us, to penalize our page, to penalize a page from a quote made 3 years ago. This is the insanity, and you have to remember who pays the bills for these major companies. So yeah, today's the solar eclipse. I am in Arizona, so my actual where I live is in the path. I'm so mad about it. And today, the funny joke that I'm going to give you guys is when I was heading to the airport for working Final Four, heading to the DFW, it's an hour and 45-minute drive. Ended up being 2.5. It would have been 3 hours, 3.5 hours if I didn't make like one first edge off. They had shut down the highway to put a permanent sign up where the major signs are, the big signs are on the highway. They shut it down at 10 a.m. So like while people are driving to and from work, yeah. The comment was probably considered. No, Stevie, that comment was pulled today. Like I got the notification that it was just pulled, and it was citing a show from 2021. Anyways, so this gigantic billboard. Stay with me here. This gigantic billboard that was on the highway that they were putting on the highway, or not billboard. You know what I'm talking about? Street side. Was to tell people to not stop on the highway for the eclipse, because if you stop on the highway, it would cause a traffic jam. So they're putting up a traffic sign, which they're going to have to take down because it's temporary, putting up this gigantic, directional sign on the thing that goes across the highway. They're putting this up to prevent a traffic jam whilst causing a traffic jam. They didn't do it overnight. They didn't do it in the middle of the night. They did it middle of the day, morning, during traffic. This is why I don't trust city leaders. And it wasn't, Casey, it wasn't stop. Oh, you're saying it's dangerous to drive at night and at noon. So important to stop on the highway for 4 minutes. Yeah, they closed the highway for hours to put this sign up. Can anybody tell me how that makes sense? Anybody? Truth is, our leaders, big and small, are human and sometimes very incompetent. Make it make sense, Rose. All right, this was the truth in 7 minutes. I just wanted to BS with you a little bit this morning. Tomorrow, I think I'm also flying. I don't know. We'll try to figure out something. But anyways, God bless. Godspeed. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, the truth will always set you free, and do not surrender your pets. Boop, bitty, boop, 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 boop.